Hello, I'm Charlene White. A police marksman who shot dead a robbery suspect in North London has been charged with murder. The officer, whose name has never been made public, fired 6 shots at Azelle Rodney on a planned operation in April 2005. He has since retired but has been charged following a public inquiry into the 24-year-old's death. Lucrezia Millarini reports.
This is Azelle Rodney just hours before he was shot. He'd been under police surveillance, suspected of planning an armed robbery. This dramatic footage shows police in pursuit in Edgware. Moments later, they stopped the car he was travelling in and opened fire. Mr. Rodney, who was 24, was hit 6 times, once each in the arm and back and 4 times in the head. Today, the Crown Prosecution Service announced a former Met police officer is to be charged with his murder. It is a decision welcomed by Azelle Rodney's family, who've campaigned since the shooting for someone to be held accountable for his death. In a statement, his mother, Susan Alexander, said, "I am very pleased at the CPS's decision to prosecute the officer who killed my son. I have waited a long time to see this day and hope this prosecution will lead to justice for Azelle." Today's charge follows a 3-month public inquiry into Mr. Rodney's death, in which former Judge Sir Christopher Holland found his killing was not justified, describing it as disproportionate, unreasonable and unlawful. Only 2 other police officers in the UK have been charged with murder while on active duty. The officer in this case is referred to only as E7 after being granted anonymity during the inquiry. He'll appear at Westminster Magistrates Court on September the 10th.
Now, Lucrezia, you just talked of anonymity just then. Now, normally in these circumstances, we would know the name of the person who's been charged. Why do we not know that in this stage?
Well, you're right, Charlene. This is, of course, a very high-profile case. And we mentioned the public inquiry, which concluded last year. Now, before that inquiry started, the chairman granted anonymity to the police officer in question here under the Inquiries Act 2005, which is why he's only referred to as E7. Now, that anonymity will remain in place, or has remained in place, until, of course, we mentioned the court hearing, and that's on September the 10th at Westminster Magistrates Court. At that stage, the issue of whether this anonymity will remain will be decided, and it could be lifted.
OK, Lucrezia, thanks very much. A PCSO at Gatwick Airport